Are you so ready to outsmart and shut down that narcissist in your life? I know I am. That is for sure. And that is why I'm going to give you so many tips in this video to tell you how to do it right away. Hi, I'm Rebecca Zung, and I am a narcissist negotiation expert, and I have all kinds of tips on how to help you shut down narcissists in your life because I am an attorney. I've been recognized as one of the top 1% of attorneys in the country, and I have a brand new book for you, Slay the Bully, How to Negotiate with a Narcissist and Win, which you can get at slaythebully.com. And if you get it now, you get early access to the entire manuscript, plus you get a whole lot of other really cool things. So go to slaythebully.com and check that out. How to outsmart and shut down that narcissist in your life. Let's do this. So the first thing that you have to understand is that narcissistic people are looking for constant validation. They feel nothing but empty and black hole inside themselves. I always say that they're like that shallow Easter, like that hollow Easter bunny that looks very pretty on the outside, but inside they feel nothingness. That's why everybody else thinks that they're so amazing and charming and wonderful because they look so pretty, but on the inside, it's a black hole that can never be filled. And that's why they just take without giving. And so you are constantly giving and you feel totally and completely empty, and yet they're still starving, and you're never going to win that game. They're never going to give back to you, and they're never going to see what you've given to them. And they're constantly going to be looking for validation. And for you to outsmart them and shut them down, you have to understand, you have to play that game. What are you going to do about it? That's what you got to decide. When are you going to get out of it? When are you going to start planning and plotting? How much longer do you want to play the game? Are you going to leave right away? Probably not. But you got to do some figuring it out. If you're in a business situation, how are you going to extricate yourself from that situation? If you're in a marriage situation, what do you got to do to plan to get yourself out of that situation? So, whatever it is, if it's a family situation, then maybe it's a never get out of it, but maybe it's put some boundaries in place so that you can figure out how you can live with it for the long term. Always be kind of here while they're here, because you're never going to get them to go, you know what, I just realized you are actually pretty great. And I've been an ass. I can't believe how wrong I've been about you all these years. You're not going to get that. It's not going to happen that way. So you got to understand and recognize the traits of the person that you're dealing with, and don't get sucked into the mud, because as soon as you get sucked into that mud and that game with them, you're down there, you're in it. You can feed into their need for attention, but you got to do it on your terms, in your way, So I say fluff for favor, vomit later, So if you want to feed into their need for attention, do it in a way that is going to be strategic. Right. So, that's part of my strategy, leverage, anticipate, focus on you. It's that SLAY method that I teach you. So think about, how are you going to do that? Because they're going to try to bait you. They're going to try to trigger you. They're going to try to do all those things. Remain resilient. Don't be bothered. Go gray rock. I always say step 1, don't run. Step 2, don't, make a U-turn. Step 3, break free. And I say that because you want to remain untriggered. If you play into their need for baiting you, then, it's game over. One of the videos that I have is 6 types of narcissist abuse and how to heal from it. And I highly recommend that you check it out, because you want to start to not go down that path with them. And I have phrases for disarming narcissists, which you can definitely grab, which are at disarmthenarc.com, because You don't want to get sucked into the mud. Stay strong, stay strong. So refuse to take on that negative energy. I would say that, light waves cannot travel with radio waves. So, radio waves are super slow. Light waves are going fast, so you go fast. You're tuning into a different frequency now. So don't allow them to put guilt on you. Don't allow them to put blame on you. Don't take that on. Don't take on that persona. A lot of times it's not what they say, it's how it lands for you. Meaning, like, if somebody calls you a banana, you be like, I know I'm not a banana, so okay, whatever, right? But, if they say you're a bad person, you're a bad mom, you're a horrible business partner, you're bad with money, a lot of times they know what's going to be your Achilles heel. So don't take that on. Remember, it's their issue, not yours. So don't take things personally. Remember, hurt people hurt people. So they try to say things that they know are going to hurt you. So just don't get down into the mud with them. Avoid getting emotionally involved with them. Set those healthy boundaries. That very first thing that you need to do is set a healthy boundary. And that totally outsmarts them, because the first thing they're going to do is go for that thing that they know will set you off. And they do that because it gives them supply, but it also gives them something that they can use against you, right? And remember, when you're litigating with a narcissist, everything everything you do can and will be used against you, right? And they're always looking for what they can use against you. They're always looking for that thing that becomes the record, even though, like, you're constantly trying to say, well, how can we settle this amicably, or resolve this like two normal people? They're not thinking that way. The other thing that you're going to want to do is have that inner circle, that power of trust, that inner circle of trust. You remember that in the Meet the Parents? Robert De Niro talked about that inner circle of trust. You're going to want to have that inner circle of trust. Those people that aren't going to go outside and talk about you to other people. You're going to want that. People who are going to protect you, who are going to build you up no matter what, who are going to throw logs on your fire, not to throw water on your fire. Who are going to be your people? And don't try to make not your people your people. Some people just aren't your people, and that's okay. Not everybody has to be your people. And if you don't have a good therapist, then get one. And if you need access to a good one online, then go to betterhelp.com/Rebecca Zung and get one. We have a sponsorship with them, which means we get commissions. You don't pay extra. We just want you to have access to good resources. Stand firm in your convictions. Don't be manipulated by them. They're trying to manipulate you. That's what they've been doing from the beginning. They're liars. That's what they are. Use their lies against them. Use them against them as leverage. Don't give your leverage away too early, but be aware that that's what they're trying to do. They try to manipulate you. That's what narcissists do. So don't fall prey to that. Just remember, look at them as if they're like a 2-year-old having a tantrum on the floor. Just go, oh, there you are. I see you. As if you're reporting the news. Oh, there you are having a tantrum. Oh, I can see that you're upset. So those are some things that you can do to outsmart and shut down narcissists. Which one are you going to start with? I'd love to know in the comments. Let me know. And then I want you to write in the comments, I can do this. I can do this, because you can. All right. And if you haven't subscribed here, make sure you do that. Subscribe, hit that notification bell. I want to see you in that next video. Self-care to cope with narcissists, because you're going to need it. I'm Rebecca Zung. You can do this. We can do this. Let's take this journey together. And I got your back. Remember, today's a great day to start negotiating your best life. I'll see you there.